Hey, yo, we back. This is Two Peas in the Pod.
Cass.
I'm your host, DK.
And I'm your host, Rich.
And today, man, we're here to have another episode on Has Black Murder Become Normalized?
Yeah.
I mean, since I've been a kid, man, I cut on TV, put movies, VHSs, I just load up John Singleton films and just Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, and just see anybody look like me just murdered. I'm talking about murder all over the TV. I mean, I just been seeing this since I was a child, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and the people asking today has it become normalized. I think it's been a normal thing to see somebody dead and black and to be a man. You know what I'm saying? I think you see somebody else, die, out of order, but I don't think that's, people that they gonna find that to be, absurd, crazy. This is a young such and such type of boy that done died, or this is a young type of man that done died. But when it's us, not only is it okay, but it's our fault. You know what I'm saying? We did something wrong to be dead right there at that age where we ain't even begin to live our life. And I believe that's become a very normal expectation, of a black man's life being cut short in this country.
We normalize it. We normalize it through film. We normalize it through music. We see it in our communities. It's just at this point, it's synonymous with normal. Like Black Death is synonymous with normal. And we're contributing to a vast majority of that. We're contributing to a whole lot of those deaths. When I say we, I'm talking about obviously the black community, right? And there was actually a TED talk, right, about black murder. Black murder is normal, right? And I want to play that video for our audience, and then we can elaborate on it afterwards, because this guy had a whole lot to say, and it was pretty much accurate.
Let's see what he got to say.
That nobody would put out there. But we do have black people that get on the radio every day in white-owned companies, white-owned stations with white-owned sponsors that play the role of hypersexualized, hypercriminalized male. I asked these advertisers, I say, I've got hundreds of songs a day that celebrate killing animals. Will you put them on your station? They said, no. I got hundreds of songs a day that talk about assaulting women and abusing kids. Would you put them on your station? They said, no. I said, I got hundreds of songs a day that talk about murdering blacks. Would you put them on your stations? They said, well, that depends. Depends on what? Who it's done by and who it's branded for. Because if we can get black folks to sing about it and we can brand it for our youngest black audiences, I think there's money to be made. I think there's American appetites to see these people that way. I said, how can you say that? They said, well, look, it's what these artists know. It's what they, black people, create. It's, matter of fact, our surveys say it's what they want to hear, which speaks of a sickness. How do we live in a society where somebody says, you know what, I'm inspired to write a song that celebrates murdering another person. And then a person says, I'd like to put that on my station. Another person said, I'd like to pay for it. And then there's people out here in the audience that go, I'd love to hear it, as long as it's black guys. Because even white people buy rap music, buy this type of stuff, because we know that when we want to hear about killing each other, we know who to turn to for that type of inspiration. We call it our music. We say we own it. White people buy more rap than black people. Yeah, but we're very careful to turn it down at the stoplight when other black people are there. Why? Because we know we're just pretending. For them, it's more authentic and real. I always ask the companies, what about your name? What about your brand? What about your value? And the largest radio company in the world said this: it's okay that we only have drug dealers on our black youth stations. We only have murders on our black youth stations. We support black charities. We give out water at the Martin Luther King parade. I think we've got it covered. We've bought them off. Now, people get upset, the smartest guys in the room again. You're talking about censorship. I don't believe that. I believe in free art. Make whatever you want. I believe you should make music about anti-Semitism. I believe you should make music about killing dogs. I believe in this country you should make music about bashing homosexuals and driving them behind trucks. I believe you should make music about stringing people up on trees. I believe you should make music about killing whitey. I believe you should make all that music. But I also believe that in the mainstream marketplace, people should hesitate associating their name with certain content. There's certain stuff you can't buy at the store. Certain stuff you can't get on iTunes because their brand doesn't want it. But if you want to hear black people celebrating killing black people, they got thousands and thousands and thousands of those things to sell you. I don't think it's about censorship. I think it's about American cultural hypocrisy. Because here's the truth. These black entertainers, they can't sing just about anything. There's some stuff that'll get them fired. And they get dropped, and they get fired, and they get slapped on the wrist, and they get disciplined all the time. Why? Because sometimes they step over the bounds. A very famous case is what happened with Rick Ross. Rick Ross is the Mammy Two Shoes, one of the many Mammy Two Shoes of our day. He's a black entertainer in a world carved out for him and a role carved out out for him by white entertainment companies. And one day he talked about, in the middle of a song that celebrated dealing drugs and killing blacks, he made a reference to date rape. And when he made that reference to date rape, that set social media on fire. That got 100,000 petitions in 24 hours. Hey, buddy, date rape is no joke. That had white people standing outside of Reebok in New York saying, you better take this seriously. We're tired of a rape culture in America. One line in one song moved the masses. And you know what Reebok did? Did they stand by him and say, hey, we believe in freedom of speech. We believe in freedom of expression. It's just a song. Calm down. No, they fired his tail on the spot. The president came out and said, this goes against our high standards. He's gone against the values of our brand. Shame on Rick Ross. We're disappointed. He doesn't know how serious date rape is. And when I saw that, I thought, wow, how convenient. Isn't that amazing? But here's what really happened. It's not their brand, it's not their values. Rick Ross went off script. He was hired to get black customers, and they think that black customers go with black bait. And in America, black bait is the hyper-criminalized, hypersexualized portrayal of black people. And as long as he had sung about that, the stuff that got him hired, he still have a job at Reebok. But when he touched other sensitivities that affect us, he lost his job. See, the truth is, it's not they that need to change. It's we that need to change. We created the lies. We created them for our profit. We own the companies. We own the record labels. We own the advertisers, and we keep putting it out. And it's this that's got to change. I thought about it. You know what? I wonder if White Mike could get anybody's attention on this. So I stood outside of a Walmart, and I said, hey, I don't think killing cops and killing blacks is very cool. And you know what? It only took 7 weeks of Mike standing out there, and they wrote a letter and said, yeah, we don't think it's cool either. We're going to pull our name off of that. The largest retailer in the world had never considered that maybe their commercial shouldn't be right before or after a song about young black men being gunned down. And I realized this, that black murder is normal, but it should not be. And I realized the importance at the coffee table, at every headline, every pastor's gathering, every family gathering to say, you know what, these black lives matter. It's not just another black kid. These are human beings. I'm doing my best in every way, shape, and form. Talks like this everywhere I can go to say, you know what, I was born in a world where black murder was normal. My kids were born into a world where black murder is normal, but I don't want to die in a world where black murder is normal. Am I 5 years or 10 years away? I don't know, but I'm screaming as high as I can. Let's feel this pain, and let's lift our voice to tell the lies. They are not criminals. They are not deviants, and their lives are just as important as ours. Thank you very much.
I need a White Lives Matter shirt. I just need one.
For that video
For
alone,
that video
right?
right there, man. I mean, now, it's okay for him to get up there and say everything he said, but are we going to accept it?
Right.
Are we going to accept that, hey, you know what, yeah, they playing their part, they do, but, you know, we're taking the job, you know? Well, you know, a lot of these young kids come out of impoverished communities. They don't have education. They would never make this money no other way. Mm-hmm. So as long as they keep it like that and they keep the reward, hey, look, you got to sell out your people to get out from underneath your impoverished circumstances and conditions, then, yeah, I think some responsibility is going to have to start, and I said this a long time ago, it's going to have to start lying with the labels. Because I did present the opportunity, the idea that, you know, what if a artist, you know, commits a crime and, you know, the money was coming from the label? And you was all like, well, it's kind of hard to prove that. I'm like, well, not really, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get why it would be kind of hard to prove that, but at the same time, this dude ain't had no money, no education, no father, no stable home. You give him $1 million knowing that that's not psychologically something that's best to do, but you know this is the label. You know exactly what you're doing. He goes out there, he crashed out the $1 million. You're not liable at all. You know, and I feel like the label got to be liable for these artists' lives more than what they are. I mean, if this is your investment, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you have to be liable for the artists getting educated, for these artists, you know, not going out there, you know, teaching other people to do wrong. You know, you got to be liable for that, man. And if you're not gonna be liable for that, then don't make the 90%. Don't make the 95% off the dollar that these artists are bringing in. You know, these artists probably get, you know, sometimes they're getting a division of a penny per time their song is played. It's all going to the label. But they ain't got no responsibility for this artist who they brought this wild animal. Now, if I go get a wild animal, let's say my dog. If I take my dog in Walmart, my dog bites somebody, I owe some money. Well, they don't understand. They go get these young dogs out the hood, man, and you putting these money behind them and this jury and giving them tools. You know what I'm saying? Things that they think they could use to go out there and be detrimental to society. That was your dog. You had him on a leash with that contract. It bit somebody. You liable. I don't see how people don't see how that works.
Yeah, but, you know, they're not being held liable, and they're not going to be held liable. But what I got from that video was something pretty profound. Black murder is normal because we normalized it. Think about it. He specifically said that when he asked about, hey, if I bring you music about, killing dogs, would you play it? He said no. When I bring you music about, rape culture, would you play it? No. If I bring you music about, Black Death, would you play it? Well, it depends. It depends on what? Well, it depends on who is marketed to and so on and so forth. Right?
And how we can get that to our target audience
Exactly.
if it can reach the young black people.
Exactly. So check it out. When Rick Ross said the thing about, the date rape, right? What happened? Anybody that's been raped or that's against the whole rape culture and shit, they stood up, they went in front of Reebok, they lobbied, you know what I mean?
You saying Negroes bought Reeboks and jammed the song. Yeah.
I'm saying that when we're hearing nigga, murder, death, kill, murder, etc., we're going and buying it. We're not going in front of these record labels saying, hey, you need to stop playing this music, these artists playing this music, because if the consumer base have an issue with it, guess what? That means it's affecting their bottom line, which means they're gonna stop, they're gonna change it, right? That date rape culture, the people would affect their bottom line. They'd have been out there every day protesting in front of Reebok, giving them hell until they did something to Rick Ross.
They go platinum
but
saying
all our artists talk about killing each other, sliding on the op, blowing his brains out, smoking on the dead man, and then we
cash them out and go
cash them out.
We download
we
them.
Supporting it. We saying
crazy.
That's a real nigga. We buying the tickets to the concerts. We doing all of that. We're not in the uproar about, oh man, they keep promoting Black Death. Yeah, there's voices that saying that, but not in abundance.
Not to the point.
They're not going in front. They're not going in front of Universal. They're not going in front of Interscope and protesting.
You said it earlier. It's not affecting their bottom line. What's the bottom line? They making money. As long as it's not stopping them from making money, which to me that's the bottom line. Once we keep buying it, they gonna keep putting it out there. Right. You know what I'm saying? And one thing they had to learn is like black people hate on black people so much, that's why we buying it. We really like seeing the Jew and the white man and the Asian man and the Afghan man and living better than us. We like that. Why? We might want to be the one special person that live like that with them.
Everybody want to be a token nigga. Wasn't you talking about this the other day?
We were just talking about this the other day.
Get a job, got a good job, he making some good money. He got his job openings there and all of that. He knows his boys need some job and need some work, some employment, but he won't put them on because guess what? It's only 2 black dudes here, and I ain't trying to put nobody else in.
You know what I'm saying? And it's such a scarcity mentality. I think black men are falling in love with other black men dying because we feel like we can take over that position, whatever he has, especially if it's a great black man. So we don't look over to take over positions and to go own and run things outside our black community. We just say, hey, when Debo die, I'm gonna run that block. Matter of fact, let me go and kill Debo so I can run that block. You feel what I'm saying? And that'll be my block that I run.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And we just keep fighting.
Instead of hey, Debo doing his damn thing over there. Let me go link up with Debo and we can do it bigger and better.
And I might be able to get my own spot off linking up with him. So we don't think about growth. We just want the same confined, whether it's demographical areas like neighborhoods, whether it be the music industry, don't matter. We just want what the next Negro got. We don't want more for our people. Verb's got this sweater, man. I gotta get that Verb, that sweater off Verbs. And sometimes we get so stuck on that in the black community, we forget, dog, it's millions of sweaters in every store out here in Dallas. I don't have to want what's on his back.
Right.
I do this. And we hate it. Bro, I'm sorry. I understand.
We normalize black death.
Normalize black death and black hate.
And that's why when we get into an uproar about certain shit, they looking at us like, yeah, fucking stupid, get out of here.
Yeah.
Y'all just like 50 people just got killed on your block yesterday, and you out here up in the street marching and burning shit down because one guy got killed by an officer. And then right after that, 3 days later, 30 niggas got shot.
Y'all say
a
nothing.
Little kid got killed. And nobody's screaming, nobody. So yeah,
don't snitch and all
this.
We
normalize black. Don't snitch. We normalize black murder.
Mm-hmm.
We have, and that goes back to what we were saying before. Take accountability, and it goes back to what the fuck Kanye was saying.
What was Kanye saying, man? Kanye was saying that this was going on.
Exactly.
That's what Kanye was saying. He was saying,
that's what he's talking about. The record labels. The record labels benefiting off of Black Death. Benefiting off of black genocide, benefiting off of promoting. I'ma fuck your bitch. I'ma kill this nigga. I'ma fuck, like you get what I'm saying. Like that's what they benefit off of. And if you talking, if you start promoting another message, like the guy just said, they don't want to hear that. They might not even push that single.
Because at one point in time, you know, it was the R&B music that was predominantly signed by the record labels. Before that, it was like doo-wop. Then, you know, before that, it was like rock and roll. You know, Little Richard and, you know, all those type of guys.
Even
Brown.
R&B music changed. Like R&B music ain't the same no more. It's all
it's
about
gangster too.
Yeah,
Sex,
not only just
sex,
gangster.
it's
Yeah, it's
lust.
just about lust. That's all it's about. It's not
R&B.
about love no more. It's about lust.
Yeah. It's real. Yeah, you ain't lying. Yeah.
That's all it is about.
You cut on a
song.
good Tory Lane song. Yeah, he just trying to smash them and just make that. Yeah, it ain't about, you know,
They
love
ain't
of
talking
the
about I give you the stars and the moon and the sun. They ain't talking about that no more.
I cross the ocean for you. You know what I'm saying? They not talking about that no more, man. But like you say, we buying it. We gotta stop buying it. We gotta stop wanting that for our own people. I feel what he was saying, and that's their responsibility. I appreciate for men like that white man, you know, taking up responsibility or whatever he was. You know? I want to get his race wrong, but I feel like, you know, if they gonna take up their responsibility to that nature, we got to do way more to take up our responsibility on our end.
Yeah.
Kanye being one of the type of people out there doing it. You know, there's other black activists out there doing it too. But as far as like our neighborhoods and us, man, I don't want to punch no other black man. I don't want to shoot no other black man. I don't want to take nothing from no other black man that is his. And if I can see another black man be blessed in me, as long as he represent the culture, and other people can't look and say black man ain't shit, I want that brother to have more than me.
Right.
Until we get there, man, that white man can say what he want to say.
Yeah.
The people that's not like him, that feel how he feel, gonna always be able to go out there and sign a nigga that's gonna teach other Negroes to kill each other.
Right.
Because we buying it. We have to stop valuing that, man. And and especially when it comes to our women. Oh, man. You can't get on the track and talk down on our women like that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And our women buying it, they rocking with it, they twerking to it. We got to cut it out.
Yeah, they
They
got it.
They have the babies. You're gonna make a race of people that hate the women who make the babies.
Yeah,
and I be goddamn, and women not saying, black women not saying right now they feel so hate. And that was Tupac that said that.
Yeah.
Said we're gonna be the only race where our babies and all of us hate the women who make us.
Right.
And I be damn if it ain't 30 years later.
We see it.
And we see it. Black
We
women
see it.
saying we feel attacked. We don't feel loved by our black men. They don't want us no more. They don't do this. Don't do this. We have to stop buying music.
And they got a big part to play in it. We all do as a community. It's not just black men. It's black men and black women.
They gotta stop
Because these black
participating in
women
it.
are supporting it. They supporting all this twerking shit.
Yeah.
They supporting
Half
all
nakedness,
this
thighness,
half naked
hot
shit.
girl summers.
You know, now being a sex worker is cool. Now you know they got the slut walk and you can't slut shame. And so they promoting being a slut is cool and being a stripper and you know, doing all this stuff is cool. It's cool. It's acceptable, which makes the young girls that's coming up underneath these women that's glorifying that. They feel like, oh, it's okay.
And it ain't just
Okay,
it ain't just our sisters. You got the Kardashians. I mean, you got a lot of people that push that whole.
It became a part of the culture, a part of society.
So you know, we really in Roman times, man. I mean, where everybody just at the Coliseum, you know, just trying to watch death. You know, and I think that's we're not too different from that society. You know, when I was a kid, I got the opportunity to go there, you know, in Rome and look at that Colosseum and look at a lot of the things that was going on there and how the people, and they was just discussing how the head people that are Caesars and all that, they knew how much the people wanted blood, how much it just satisfied the people to watch blood be spilt.
So they started gladiator.
So they started gladiator sports, man. And I hate to say it, we get that every night we turn our TV on NBC. You know what I'm saying? This whole country might be the Roman Coliseum, but I'm telling you right now, every time something pop out and attack us as a people, we love it. I don't care. It's not even just really white and black. I mean, not even just white. It's black. So I mean, it's not even just blacks. It's white sometimes. Sometimes it can be expanded. I mean, that self-hatred, it come out in so many different ways. As far as black people, we gotta stop making that type of music. I mean, golly. I mean, it's okay you say you're from a rough spot, but the whole 16 songs on the album about, you know, trapping and all that,
like,
man. Like we got
and that's the part that's disingenuous is because I'm an artist, right? And there's a lot of different, you know, artists out there. There's more to them than just that, right? Because you might be an uncle. You get what I'm saying? You might be a father. You get what I'm saying? You may attend your kids' sports games. You may be the breadwinner for your family where you taking care of grandma and you providing for this. So it's so much things that you can talk about because there's so many different sides to us as human beings. But it seems like as a rapper,
What'd
and
he say?
you go and you listen to the album, and every
Hypersexual?
14 songs is talking about sliding, hypersexual, hypercriminality. Like if that's all you're promoting, it kind of makes people think like that's you in a nutshell.
And that's all
and
there
that's
is
not.
to you.
Yeah.
And a lot of these men, a lot of those rappers got degrees. A lot of those rappers are real estate financiers. A lot of those
They got
rappers
so much other shit.
they
can
got
talk
so
about.
much other stuff going on, but all the which the record label's their job.
And that's what I was about to say. It's the record label's fault too, because now when they come and they start talking about positive shit, guess what the record label do? Nah, we
We
don't
don't
want
want to hear
that.
that, man. We want
that.
We got some young bucks coming out this summer. We need them in jail because we investing in the private prisons.
That's a fact.
And Kanye telling you, hey fam, they got y'all all the way
Hook,
out.
line, and sinker.
So, you know, we got to wake up as a people, man, and we got to stop being so bloodthirsty. Not only do we not want to see us die, we don't want to see nobody else killed either. We don't want to see nobody else hurt. I mean, we have gotten so inhumane as humans, man. It's ridiculous, bruh.
They desensitize people.
To some
And it
strange-
started with social media because you can see deaths all day long.
Oh,
like I be seeing like, so we know a lot of shit going on in the black community.
Yeah.
But literally, I be seeing videos and clips of things that go on in like other countries, not even here in
That's
America.
what I was gonna say.
Where they're showing like Grand Theft Auto type killings.
Nah,
and
I
I'm
be
like,
watching
yo,
them.
like
I was
they
on
playing this
Facebook.
shit. Why is this not being banned? Why
I
are they
was on
ready?
Facebook
Why
watching
why are they ready to censor Kanye, but they not censoring these videos that people were seeing death every time they turn around? You seeing somebody getting their head blown off.
I was on Facebook watching the beheadings, bruh. The beheading. That's what I had to say it, bruh. I'm on Facebook. He took the thing, he hit him. He just kept
Until the whole head came off, right?
Until the head. I'm like, and they had it on Facebook.
Yep.
To the point where I can watch that and experience it, and I can rewind it, whatever the case may be. But yeah, Kanye got to come off earth.
Right.
So
Right.
I mean, somebody can get beheaded on TV in America, but you bet not say anything that'll stop people from having a nerve to even want to behead somebody. So what kind of country are we living in, man? I mean, the people wise. I'm not going to the government for nothing. Don't take my views.
It
don't
don't
mess with
seem
my
like
look.
a democracy or a republic. It's starting to look, and not starting because it's been feeling like that for a while, like a totalitarianship.
Yeah, bro. And and when people acting like this, you kind of understand why the government would even look at it like that. Like, we got to totally run y'all. I mean, what we gonna say? When people acting the way that they act, and the government say, well, you know what, y'all tripping with this, y'all tripping with that. It's probably best for we just run y'all lives. Period.
But that's just the what is it? Hegelian dialect.
Exactly,
right?
but we can't get into it.
We start the problem.
And then
provide the solution. But we winning on both ends because we the one who got everybody desensitized to the murder to where now we can say, hey, y'all murdering too much now. We need to take full authority over everything because y'all getting out of control. But we the ones that allowed y'all to get out of control.
But when Kanye telling you're falling for it, you want to get mad at Kanye.
Exactly.
When Kanye say, hey, you in the first part where, they're creating a problem for you right now. They're trying to tell you Black Lives Matter, yada, 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 whatever he's saying. You know what I'm saying? We don't go for that. So now you're going to fall for it. So now you're going to need them for the solution. Because anytime you have somebody that tells you, hey, this is what we need to do. Stop buying this. Stop doing that. Hey, we don't listen. So, and all honestly, man, I just think the solution is going to be, man, when we going to start loving each other as black people again? When is black love? I don't just mean relationship love. I mean, like, it's okay for me to love that child that's black just because they're a child. You know, or what about human love? Can I love that child just because they're a child, period? No matter they black, white, Hispanic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, are we going to become humans again?
That's where everyone needs to be aiming to get to. Loving a child because it's a child. Loving a person because it's a person.
You know what I'm saying? Respecting a man just because it's a man. They ain't got nothing to do, bro. That's just how we going to be able to cohabit.
Right. Having respect for the woman just because she's a woman.
Just because she's a woman.
Right. Just because.
And
don't matter to.
And I remember a couple months ago, we talked about that. We was like, man, nah, I don't think I'm just going to just because a woman, I'm not just going to. But it's like, nah, bro. It's like, I'm going to just overall give a woman some respect. I mean, if she starts disrespecting, I'm going to disconnect from her. If I'm around a brother, he's not trying about harming me, but we're not getting along, I just disconnect from him. I don't have to quarrel, beef, go back and forth. I don't have to do none of that. It's not up and it's stuck. Like, it's not none of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be that because we have to coexist with each other, and we got kids coming up in this world too. What are we teaching them?
Right.
I'm so scared right now of not being on this earth with my kids being here. That terrifies me right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, in summary, man, what do you think is just some necessary measures outside of what we already discussed, just that we can do just to try to help the situation? I mean, we got white men like that doing when they tell them, white people the truth. You feel what I'm saying? And what do we need to do? Do we need to keep doing what Kanye needs to do, or what do we need to do?
We need to keep doing what we're doing right here. Building 2 P's in the podcast
and putting it out there.
Because us talking and us giving our narrative right there.
Without making it a rap song.
It's going to change some people's perspectives. It's going to change some people's lives. And at the end of the day, we're only here for the progression of all people, right? And we're only here to uplift and send positivity and so on and so forth. We're here to break the chains off should I say negative luggage that we've been carrying around for the longest, right?
I like the way you put that.
We gotta break, because we've been carrying some stuff with us that's not productive. It's detrimental to us, right? So to answer your question, 2 P's in the podcast is an answer for people, right? Because we are indeed pushing the narrative, shifting the paradigm, and trying to wake people up. Same thing Kanye doing on his platform.
Just find your way to do it.
This is our way of doing it. So obviously there's a host of other things that we will do and continue to do. And as situation changes financially for us, we'll be able to put our money where our mouth is, right? And do even more
Kanye
stuff, right?
Doing, like Jay-Z and them doing.
But
like
in the
Candace
meantime, our content, is what we doing. We're trying to change. We're trying to change the culture. We're trying to change the mindsets. Change the mindset. Like I had a conversation with somebody. I'm gonna say this and leave it there. And they was disgusted with the Kanye. Drink champs. They were like, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Kanye and this, that, and the third, but first it was the White Lives Matter shirt, and when he said the George Floyd thing, that was it. I had enough, or whatever. So I asked him, I said, bro, did you watch the whole interview? He like, yeah. I was like, was there anything that Kanye said that you agree with? He said, yeah, it was a lot of stuff he said that I agree with. There's a lot of stuff that he said was right. But once he said the George Floyd thing, that negate everything else. I'm like, bro, that's the most idiotic shit I ever heard. Like, you literally just said there's a host of things that the man said that you liked, you agreed with, you believe, and you thought was positive, right? But you said the moment he said, so you stuck on a 10, 15-second clip about him talking about George Floyd, and you're taking that and saying, I'm going to wipe away the whole 3 hours and 20 minutes of good shit he said. Just off of that, I was like, that doesn't make any sense,
because
bro.
we quit to write each other off.
And that's what I said. That don't make any sense. What you do is you take everything that he said that you agree with, you take it, you use that, you apply that. The part that you disagree with, then you speak on that.
Or leave it alone.
Or leave it alone. But you say I don't agree with that part.
I agree with that part, but that's it.
But to say I'm gonna throw Kanye away because he said something within a 10-second clip, but 3 hours of the message was profound to you. Like it's like it doesn't make sense. And but what he showed me in that conversation was there's millions of people that act and move and think like you, and that's dangerous.
That's dangerous, bro.
That's dangerous. It's not only dangerous to the overall goal and what we're trying to do. It's dangerous to yourself. It's dangerous to yourself because you can't grow like that.
Nah, not always looking for the bad and everything.
Yeah, you can't grow like that.
But like I say, man, I think getting back to our thesis statement, I think Black Death has become, just anything that's detrimental to blacks has become very entertaining to other black people. We will high laugh each other in a heartbeat, so we cut that out, and we need to recognize that we got other races that are feeling sorry for us, and we all that, and we ain't got nobody on our side, man. We just showed y'all a whole clip, man. We got people out there. I don't think nobody was black in the audience.
And his life matter.
And his life matter, bro. White people like that want to see better for me, their life matter, bro.
Well, all white people lives matter. Let's just be real. All people lives matter, but I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm trying to say, like that.
We gotta point out things like that. I get you.
People are allowed to, rock with other races and be beneficial to other races. Now, and I had this one point before we close. At one point in time, as black people, we were world leaders. You know what I'm saying? We were Moors or whatever. But you notice we went around, we helped people, we put them on. If they was off, we would give them medicine.
We took Europe out of the Dark Ages.
Exactly. But see, that's what made us world leaders. We can't be just about black. If we want to be black leaders again, we have to be about the whole world. We have to be all about all of humanity.
Right.
Because all of humanity is going to be cool with us being world leaders again. And it's going to be beneficial to all of humanity for us to be world leaders again.
Right.
Until then, there's no point, bro.
Right.
And us leading the black ain't going nowhere.
Absolutely.
So I think that was a good summary of what he was trying to say, oh boy. You
No,
know what I'm
absolutely. So, in the just, black death has become normalized, but it's time for us to unnormalize it.
saying? Hey, man, for real.
It's time for us to start standing in front of record labels when we're tired of hearing, I'm going to fuck your bitch. I'm going to kill this nigga. I'm a fucking. I gotta keep saying that because I feel like the fact that he came off the top of his head with
Charleston
that.
White?
No. That was Kanye.
That was
Drink
Kanye.
Champion.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Charleston
he
White
nailed
got
it.
one too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He nailed it. He nailed it with that, and that's the type of music that we're pushing. Destruction, death, and destruction music.
And Kanye actually, and for all you young rappers, Kanye got famous, being one of the rappers in the early 2000s who was the only option on the shelves that, you didn't have to listen to all that bull crap with. You could get some real good music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was his old aim. That's how Kanye got all his music. I mean, all his money.
Right.
A lot of music that he wanted to be different from all of that. This has been Kanye's thing for decades, bro.
Yeah.
So, let's recognize a GOAT, man, and let's become some ourselves by loving each other and make sure we loving other people and loving communities. Black people, we are selfish and we ain't got nothing that's stupid.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's been a good show, and like I said, y'all stay tuned for what's next, man. We got a lot more things coming for y'all. Hopefully, all this Kanye mess calm down and we can start getting on to some
Topics that we have lined
topics
up.
that we have lined up. But like I say, as long as Kanye stay with it, y'all might hear from us. But it's been a good week, man, and I don't think we have anything else to say, but everybody need to love everybody. I don't care what you look at it. We all one human race, man. So
absolutely. Leave your opinions, your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. This way every time we drop something, you can get that alert.
Yes,
2 peas in a pie.
Cass.